what's up, everybody? It's Jon Schnepp here, and you are watching Comikaze All Year Long. We're here at the stream.tv, and we've got a great show tonight. We are basically prepping everyone for this year's Comikaze, and it's going to be running from October 30th to November 1st at the LA Convention Center. A lot of amazing guests and incredible artists are going to be there. And let's just throw right over to our very first guest, Jenna Bush. What's up, Jenna Bush?
Hello.
Thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Well, let's talk right. Let's just get started right into League of Leia.
Legion of Leia.
Legion of Leia. I've said it wrong right off the bat.
It's all good.
What is it?
It's a website that I started. It actually came out of the original Star Wars casting. When the first announcement happened and there was 1 new woman and 7 new men, I was having a little discussion with a friend in a bar about how that's maybe not cool. So I started this website, and I wanted to promote and support women in sci-fi. Now, the whole thing has changed with Star Wars. I mean, the casting, obviously, there are some amazing kick-ass chicks in there. So I'm really, really excited. But we do news every day. We've got a podcast that we just started. It goes up on Thursdays, and I'm very excited about it.
Right. It's like you've got some books you're writing about psychology, right? How'd this get started?
Okay, well, Dr. Travis Langley is an editor for this series of books, and they started with Walking Dead psychology. And so I have co-authored chapters and done sidebars for Star Wars Psychology, which comes out October 27th. It's on Amazon. You can pre-order it right now. Well, that was not a plug
that was an excellent plug. I'm down with that plug.
But so I co-authored the chapter with Dr. Janina Scarlett, and who writes for Legion of Leia. And I have one for Game of Thrones psychology and one for Star Trek psychology, and there's a few more that haven't been announced yet.
Right on. Now, Legion of Leia, that has exploded. You were telling me before the show started, like, how many employees do you have right now? People are working for this woman nonstop. It's a machine. It's a creature.
We've got like 17 writers, and they're all absolutely incredible. It's been mind-blowing. I've worked for about 25 different sites, but I have never run one before. Right,
you were rocking Hugo, then you worked with Stan, with Cocktails with Stanley.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. I mean, I do Huffington Post and IGN and all that, and I'm tired. I don't sleep.
She doesn't look tired, though. She looks pretty sprightly,
all
right?
makeup.
She is a robot, ladies and gentlemen.
I am a robot.
Well, let's get into some topics.
Okay.
All right. Let's talk about the X-Men Apocalypse. A lot of fanboys got all sweaty and got nervous and weird when they first showed Apocalypse. Now, they were calling him Ivan Ooze because he was purple.
Yeah.
And I was like, look, relax, everybody. There's just some pictures. And then this picture that you just saw right up on the screen popped up a couple days ago. Now, a lot of people are saying they think it's fake. You know, I know Keith has got some opinions on this. I'm going to ask Keith to chime in a second. But what are your thoughts on this this picture of Apocalypse that popped up online?
It's better. I hope it's real, because I sort of feel like he's got that Thanos thing where he just kind of looks silly. There are certain things that don't translate well from comic books to screen. Not that everything needs to be dark, not everything needs to be black leather outfits, whatever, but some things just don't translate. You can't quite do it the same way. It does look better. I want it to be real, but I've had some major issues with a lot of the costumes. Okay. I love the last movie. I'm excited for the movie. It's just the costume design I'm not on board with.
So you don't think clown makeup translates into creepiness? Or?
No. Well, no, that's not true. I have a problem with clowns.
There you go.
I can't.
I love creepy clowns, and that's what Apocalypse looks like, a creepy clown. Keith, is it real or fake? What do you think? Keith Tralins, he's the CEO of Comikaze.
Hello, world. Nice to see you. You know, I am a huge X-Men fan, and I love the Apocalypse storyline. And I'm convinced that this is all a plot, a marketing ploy, and I think we're going to see the evolution. And I think that first photo was a young Apocalypse. And I think what they just released is going to be Apocalypse in all his badass glory. So I'm actually extremely excited for it.
Yeah.
So basically, he started out as like a fresh grape, and then he shriveled into a raisin?
Well, no, but
or plumped up into a big blueberry.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, there's no Oompa Loompas to roll them out. But think about
that's right.
Think about what we saw at the end in that after scene shot, right? He was real thin and was frail. And so that's where I think we're going to see a really cool evolution. I think that's all that was.
I personally, my own opinion is it's just a low angle and they color corrected. It's the same exact makeup, because I was like, because people were saying it's totally different. I totally love this new Apocalypse, and I was like, hang on a second, nerds. So I got all up close. I had the microphone or the magnifying glass. I was like, yeah, that's right. That's the same makeup.
I
think
kind
it
of
is.
agree with it. Could be because I did makeup for a lot of years, and it doesn't look particularly different. And you can change so much stuff with lighting.
And color correction in post with our digital technology. They're like, highlight that weird little clown rim job. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
oh, that's so creepy. The other thing is everything. Brian Singer just keeps putting picture after picture after picture online. Like by the time Days of Future Past came out, I felt like I'd already seen the movie.
Right.
So I don't know. Maybe we put fewer things out until they're ready. Just idea.
I just love it when they ruin the entire movie in a trailer, right, guys?
Oh, yeah.
That's the best part. Hey, I feel like I saw all of it in 2 minutes. Knock it off! Cut it out! We want to see the movie already. Stop showing us everything.
Hi, everyone. My name is Keith Tralins. I'm the CEO of Comikaze Entertainment, and I live and breathe for Comikaze. I work very closely with Regina Carpinelli, and we have been working really hard, and I got to tell you, we are so excited about this year's show. All right, there's lots to talk about. Let's start off with some talent updates. Now, in addition to some of our previously announced film, television, and comic book guests like Mark Silvestri, Sam Jones, who's red hot off of Ted 2, Mike Mignola, Rich Buckler, and so many more, we are thrilled to announce a very special guest. Dita Von Teese is coming to Comikaze. Now, how about that, right? America's pinup girl. She's returning to our floor. She had so much fun last year. The crowd loved her. She's amazing to meet, amazing to say hello to. She's really interactive, and if you're lucky, incredible to get a photo with. Believe me, this is one photo you are going to want. Now, also in addition to Dita, we have Walter Koenig and Nichelle Nichols, two of the stars of the original Star Trek, coming to the show. If you like Star Trek, do not miss this opportunity to meet these legends. They will be signing autographs all weekend long, and they are amazing. And of course, we have other talent like Finn from Adventure Time, Jeremy Shada, Tim Bradstreet, Yuri Lowenthal, a whole Power Rangers pavilion, and we have so many amazing celebrities that you will not be disappointed, and we have a lot more to announce that I'm chomping at the bit to tell you. But Regina told me I can't, and so I'm not going to. Okay, so next up, we have our cosplay contest. Now, in previous years, we've been one of the largest competitions in the country with more than $10,000 in cash and prizes being awarded each year. But this year, we are really stepping up our game. At this year's show, we are thrilled to announce that we will be hosting the Cosplay National Championship. Yes, now not only do you get to win cash and prizes, but we will have a very nifty trophy for the winners to boot. We have 3 categories, Master, Journeyman, and Juniors, only open to cosplayers between the ages of 13 and 17. So all you youngsters, get in there. You are not going to want to miss seeing the best of the best square off on our Hot Topic main stage. But that's not all. We are adding a whole second competition. Are you ready for it? The Prop Making National Championship. Yes, all you prop lovers and builders who've had to enter cosplay competitions to show off your incredible work, now you get your chance in the spotlight alone, with a chance to bring home the hardware and capture the title for your work and craftsmanship and some great prizes. And all the props are going to be on display throughout the show leading up to the competition. So it's a great chance to showcase your work. We'll have 2 categories, a judged prize and a fan favorite, so make them good. Now, the rules and entry forms for entering the Prop Making National Championship are online, now at comikazeexpo.com. So please get online and register if you want to compete. Space is limited. We're almost already filled up with it. Entry to the Cosplay National Championships, because it takes so long to make the cosplay, it's already closed, sorry. But don't miss the show. Now, of course, this year's show includes Halloween on Saturday, and we are so excited to be bringing back our cosplay ball at Club Nokia. Now, it's free. Yes, free to all 3-day and Saturday badge holders, and it is going to be incredible. The show is hosted by none other than Bernie Bregman. It's going to feature live musical performances from the Flux Capacitors, along with DJ Cosmic Ray. It's going to have some very special guests, including a performance by Makeout Monday. We have a nerd burlesque review and a few other surprises that I'm not going to tell you about, but you are not going to want to miss them. For those of you who made it in last year, you know how fantastic this party is. If there's any place in LA to be on Halloween night, it's going to be at our cosplay ball at Club Nokia. Unfortunately, the show is 18 and over, so for all of you kids who entered into the junior competition, you're going to have to go celebrate at home. Exactly. Now, if you like Halloween, we are the place to be on All Hallows Eve. I know everyone says, oh, it's Halloween. I always have a Halloween party. I always go out. Well, first, listen to this. We are bringing back LA's ultimate trick-or-treat. We have bought literally 1 ton of candy. I know, because I had to arrange for the shipping. The bill is huge. It is over a ton of candy, and it's going to be up for grabs to young trick-or-treaters in the safest, most well-lit trick-or-treat experience you could ever hope to find. Nothing bad is going to happen here. No razors in the apple, just every 10 feet, more candy. Now, we're also going to have the kids costume contest, which is so much fun. It's fun to watch, it's fun to be in, and that's also for 12 and under. And it will all be done in time for you to make it home to your regularly scheduled Halloween nighttime activities. Although, if you're smart, you'll be coming to Club Nokia for our cosplay ball. Now, we've also got some amazing attractions this year, lots of stuff, but I want to talk about a very special booth that's being created by the makerspace Vocademy. They'll be doing craft demos. They're going to have a slew of backgrounds for cosplay photographers that you get to pose in. They're going to have a green screen experience where you can put all sorts of cool stuff behind you. And they are bringing an incredible TARDIS that you are not going to want to miss. This is not like any TARDIS you've ever seen before at a convention. This is a space where you can really get your hands working at a convention and build stuff and learn how to do stuff. And we are thrilled to have them. Now, that's just a taste for what we have in store for you. So please keep checking our website, comikazeexpo.com. Sign up for our newsletter to get weekly updates, and keep watching this very show for more news about Comikaze Expo, and we will see you Halloween weekend, October 30th to November 1st at the LA Convention Center.
A good pal of mine, a crazy, mad, incredibly talented artist. His name is Chase Conley. I want to introduce him, have him step up, and let's talk about what he's up to right now. Chase Conley. What's going on, man?
What's up, man?
Yeah.
Yo, I think everybody should come out to applause like that. That's kind of cool.
I know, right? It's pretty fun.
Yeah, man, I'm down with it.
What's going on?
Nothing much, man. Working hard. You know how it goes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Chase, let's get into some news here. So we got Idris Elba, and a bunch of people are saying he's too tough. He's too much of a thug to be Bond. And Patton Oswalt was like, yo, man, that's the whole idea of James Bond. He's supposed to be a cold-blooded killer that they then take in and be like, now let us direct that freakish killing rage towards these targets. Chase, what do you think of Idris Elba as James Bond?
I mean, for me, yo, Daniel Craig was running through walls in the first movie. You know what I mean? I don't know how much tougher you need to be. Like,
right, I think first chase scene.
Yeah, man.
It's crazy.
It was the nature of it, especially with that Bond. Starting off, to answer your question, that Bond brought the physicality to the role. What you need to be James Bond. I mean, Pierce Brosnan, I mean, he looks pretty and stuff. Right. Yo, man, I'm beating Pierce up. Like if I see like
Remington Steele.
Yeah, if he don't have like the laser watch or something like that,
right.
come on, don't come at me like that. You know what I mean? Right. So I feel like Daniel Craig actually added like a little bit of believability to the fact that James Bond does all this crazy stuff.
Yes.
I also feel that on any given day, you talk about in terms of sex symbols, Idris Elba existed as a sex symbol before Daniel Craig was a sex symbol, which is what the Bond role did for him. Yep. And it's like, you're too tough. I don't understand. I don't know too many people that are more smooth than Idris Elba. I mean, he's got the English accent. I mean, you know, he's definitely a sex symbol.
His role in The Wire,
dude, Stringer Bell. And
Stringer
people
Bell.
think about that, like, you know, for me, that really kind of epitomizes like that niche market that he can fill, because he's believable as an intelligent guy. Yep. But also believable enough because of his physical stature that you think that, yo, he can handle himself. You know what I mean? He's older now. He doesn't seem as if, you know, some of the suave, in almost wisdom that kind of James Bond kind of pours, you know, in terms of his charisma. Right. So, you know, we'll see. But to me, it just seems really weird to think that, because I think that if anybody, there was public outcry for him to be James Bond.
Yeah.
For years now.
Yeah, way before it even became
Exactly. Exactly.
Before Spectre was even getting shot.
Yeah.
People were like, when Craig's done, give it to this guy.
Exactly. So it was weird that, you know, he thought he was too street, but the public who's going to purchase this tickets to this film feels otherwise. So. Well,
we'll see who's going to play James Bond in the future. Now, who's going to make Akira? Everyone's talking about Christopher Nolan, his secret project in 2017. He announced it. It's a Christopher Nolan Untitled project, one of those where everybody. What do you think about Akira?
You know, the moment I saw it, there was one question that I'm just trying to figure out. Who the hell is Michael Caine going to be?
He's going to be the giant teddy bear that's like slowly, or he's the guy behind the asteroid when they're like, Tetsuo! He's like, let's say a little different, yell a little softer, mate, and then he'll be like, Tetsuo! Yeah! That's Michael Caine. I want you to tell me about Vanaheim.
Oh my gosh, you guys, this month I got to go to Vanaheim Studios and check out the place and just run around, and I recorded a little video of my fun times there, so why don't we go ahead and check that out right now? Hey, so I am here today at Vanaheim Studios to learn all about the facilities. There's some really cool artisans that are working together and doing some really fun things. So we are going to take a look at all of that, and you get to come along.
basically what we've done in the studio is we've combined a bunch of companies that can handle design and development, production, pre-production, post-production, photography, costume and wardrobe, props, sets, combat, performing of any kind you can imagine. And the whole purpose of the studio is to create like a creative community around the studio and allow artists to really do all the really great things that they want to do with no limitations. All over the studio, everywhere you look, we like to really tell the story of creativity. And we want all the artists that work here, we want all the clients that come through here to really feel all the different steps in the creative process and to really feel comfortable in this really great creative environment. So I use the word creative a lot because we are really, really creative. So we produce stuff for product development, television, movies, books, pretty much any kind of media or creative content we try to work in. It just keeps things really lively and fresh, you know, to do work in so many different areas. So we have Easter eggs kind of all over the building from my career past. So we have, like, this is a little mouse from Coraline. This was from Terminator 3. That's from Starship Troopers. We also have some stuff from Star Wars. This is from Beowulf. This is from Mars Needs Moms and Galaxy Quest. This was actually used in a Small Soldiers trailer that was never released. There's some guns from Pearl Harbor. Some of this stuff is just here because I think it's fun and I make it. Yeah, these are all props from Nightmare Before Christmas. So this is the Spiral Hill. Nightmare Before Christmas was actually the very first feature film I ever worked on.
That's so awesome.
So, yeah, it's super, super exciting. Because we spend so much time in the studio, you'll notice this is a very fun environment to be in. We believe you can work hard and have fun at the same time. So we try to make the creative environment here entertaining. Because we spend a lot of time here, basically, is what it comes down to.
So I guess my question, Fawn, is are there any jobs available?
Absolutely. Conveniently, our reception desk is a bar. And it has beer on tap and then a liquor cabinet as well. Actually, did you know that Pixar has the highest per capita number of bars of any motion picture studio? We want to follow in the footsteps of great production companies.
Awesome. So that is it here at Vanaheim Studios. Make sure you check out all these really great artists. Check out Fonco and Castle Corsetry and Iron Shield Arms and Vanaheim as a whole. I will be back with another piece next time. Stephanie Presssman signing off. So how cool is that, right?
Pretty cool. It's a lot of stuff.
They're making really awesome projects over there. And you can even go take classes in sword fighting and stage combat and all that cool stuff. It's
really cool.
Super awesome.
Vanaheim, ladies and gentlemen. Jennifer Zhang. She works over at Twin Galaxies. Come on over here, Jennifer. Yeah. Thanks for being on the show.
Oh, I'm thrilled to be here.
So what do you do over at Twin Galaxies?
So I'm the head of programming over at Twin Galaxies Live, which is what we call a 24-hour video game culture network. We broadcast like a number of celebrity appearances, also a lot of personalities playing video games.
You do a show, Comic Book.
Yep, the Comic Book Show, which is the one exception to the video game criteria that we have over there. The Comic Book Show is a 2-hour live interactive show about comic books. And every Monday, the edited versions of those episodes get posted to Stanley's World of Heroes. So, you know, not too bad.
No,
it's
pretty awesome. So what have you got going on right now?
Well, before my foray into live broadcasting and becoming the director of this network, which is a brand new endeavor for me, I was mainly a filmmaker, producer, and so I've got a film now in development that I'm doing kind of at the same time, which is rough, but rewarding and a challenging thing. And earlier last year, I had released a nerd album. That's that.
Right on.
Yeah.
What's it called?
It's called Versus. Jennifer Zhang Versus.
Nice.
And it's all original nerd music, all nerd stuff themed. We had I keep saying we as if I'm multiple people. That's weird.
I'll correct it. So you, basically, you had what?
The single off of it is Batsuit, and we did this. I did it again. That's amazing.
It's okay.
I did this music video for Batsuit, which is just about, it's about Batman taking off his Batsuit. And the feelings that evokes.
Now, who perhaps was wearing, who was wearing that Batsuit?
Oh, okay. Well, oh man, he's going to kill me if I say. I probably can't say.
All right. Let's talk about Force Friday. So,
okay.
Force Friday, if you guys don't know what Force Friday was, it was when they released all the crazy toys for Force, basically for Star Wars: The Force Awakens. So they've been hyping this film for so many years now. It's basically Episode 7, and I, being old enough to have seen Star Wars as a little kid, and The Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi, and then waiting 17 years and getting Jar Jar'd, I have that fear about getting suckered into buying these toys again. Like, don't Jar Jar me, JJ. Do not Jar Jar. So I've got that fear. But then Kylo Ren looks so cool.
Yes.
The trailer, that second trailer, not the teaser, but the second one made a grown man cry. That was me.
Yes, absolutely.
And then every other man on the planet was crying like a little baby.
Absolutely.
And why? It's because they went back. Somehow they did the promise that they promised all of us back when they finished Return of the Jedi. They said, oh, we're going to do 3 more, and then we're going to do 3 more after that, and that's going to have all of them when they're older. And now all of them, Han Solo, Princess Leia, Luke Skywalker, they're the exact age without makeup. Keith, you want to tell us about Force Friday, $1 billion. Did you buy any? There,
right here, and it's a female action figure, and I was very happy about that. That was the right move. I actually think this stuff is great. I've been playing with this stuff for a week now. I haven't even worked. Just been playing toys.
See, the power of Force Friday.
Exactly.
Affects all of it. We're talking about Star Wars. I'm going to open it up to everybody. What do you think about BB-8? Now, is he like cooler than R2, or is he the next Jar Jar?
You talking about the little ball joint?
Yeah, the rolling ball.
Oh, he's so cute.
Oh, man, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No one's going to be cooler than R2-D2. Nobody can possibly be cooler than R2-D2. And if you read what his lines would have been in the original script, had he been a character that speaks,
right?
How can you not love him? But BB-8's adorable. I don't think he's going to be Jar Jar because he doesn't speak and he doesn't have a weird-ass accent.
Right. Misa don't care about Jar Jar. But yeah, BB-8 is basically a bunch of beeps and scrimbly scrim. Well, R2-D2's on a plane. They just designed a plane that looks like R2-D2.
Yeah,
R2-D2's forever.
R2-D2 is iconic. BB-8, I'm scared that it's going to be the segue of the Star Wars universe. You know?
Yeah, it is like a segue.
I still want one. I just don't have $150.
I just feel like we haven't seen enough. We haven't seen enough.
It's a super expensive cat and dog toy right now. You got to hack a remote control it. The dog is freaking out.
It is the dopest dog toy.
Yeah, you got $150.
If they would have marketed it like that, like, yo, man, all you Star Wars fans, you want to get your pet into it? Get this ball that rolls around.
Get your little baby Wookiee, your own little Wookiee to tear the arms off.
I've put Leia buns on my cats.
I don't even have a pet. So if I had a pet, though,
you get a BB-8.
I would have got a BB-8.
No, what if they put an attachment on him and he was like a Roomba, like the world's best Roomba? Because your dog would chase him, and you just like suck up all the hair.
Give him something to do.
Someone hire this woman to create a BB-8 Roomba. Game of Thrones, everybody loves that. Before Roombas existed. Jon Snow is dead. Long live Kit's slip up. So Kit, the actor who plays Jon Snow, everyone who's watched Game of Thrones, and if you haven't watched the last season, you had to, unless you live inside, you have to know what happened.
There's a spoiler thing, like a certain number of weeks after the season ends, you're allowed to talk about it.
There's no way they're killing Jon Snow.
I think that was just because it was cold.
That's true. It's steam. But I think part of it. I've read all the books. I've read all the books. So, but I think
no spoilers.
I have 2, so I'm here with you.
But at this point, it doesn't
Jenna,
even matter.
don't ruin it already. Stop ruining it.
That's not in the book stops then, right?
Yeah.
It's like at that point.
Yeah. But I think that the way you set it up, just from a storytelling standpoint, if you set it up where you've got significant looks with Melisandre, you've got the Night King looking at him in a certain way, just as, as a story writer, you can't not pay that off.
And he said ghosts. That was his last words. I see, so I got a theory already, but I'm pretty sure my theory is just.
Is yours the warg theory that he's jumped into?
Yeah, but I mean, coming from the books, I mean, I don't want to. I could spill it.
No.
No, don't do it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna do it. But I think this doesn't come from the books. But my theory is, it just feels like, it's totally, to me, foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Yo, she rode into town. How long was that look they gave each other? Just
so long. And I know she wants to have sex
exactly
with him.
like
But
that.
still.
Like,
and the shoulder.
Yeah.
It was so dramatic.
She came in on the horse, you know what I mean? He was,
he's
coming
not
off with not
dead,
being
or
epic.
he's going to be resurrected.
Kid Harington's too pretty.
How, I think it needs to be great because I don't want to get Jar Jar'd. What do you guys feel about? Let's combine it with Batman vs Superman. That also needs to be great.
Absolutely.
Because why does that need to be great? DC is trying to reverse engineer the way Marvel created their cinematic universe. So now they're like, Zack Snyder came out. I loved Man of Steel. I'm one of those people. I thought it was a really great film. I don't care. Kevin Costner doing that hand-reachy thing. There's some problems in it, whatever. The movie was good. It had a lot of action. It brought back Superman the way he should be. And so I'm looking forward to Batman v Superman. And now they've got Ben Affleck. I was one of those people when they said Ben Affleck, I was like, all right, bring it on. Everyone's like, that's horrible. And you got to remember, haters, relax. You got to relax. Everybody hated on Michael Keaton. Everybody hated on Heath Ledger when they announced him as a Joker. Now you guys dress up like him. Y'all got to just relax till the movie comes out. Then you can hate on it if it deserves a hate. But Zack Snyder and DC have a giant, giant film that they have to get over on us. It has to be great. Absolutely. It can't just be good. They're introducing Wonder Woman. They're introducing the new Batman. I heard they might be introducing a lot of other characters. Obviously, Aquaman's in it. Is Flash, Cyborg, Green Lantern?
Characters? Because that's going to be the thing for me.
Besides Wonder Woman.
Is how they handle Wonder Woman. I have no issue with Gal Gadot at all.
Right.
So, because I've only seen little bits of her work. So if she's awesome, cool. But that's what I want to see, how you handle that. And they're going to give us a female-fronted superhero movie before Marvel is. So, I don't know. That's going to probably do it for me.
What do you think, Chase?
For me, Superman's a tall order. I mean, mainly because I think, the character was conceptualized at a time when it's not necessarily relevant anymore. I don't think he fights for the same thing anymore. It was always a tough sell for me. Also, same thing with like Man of Steel. I mean, he was murderous Superman. I mean, he murdered people. He was
on purpose. I'll support. I'll be like, look, he was Superman for one day. He was doing the greatest American hero stuff.
I get that.
And then Zod shows up like, give me him.
I get that.
I mean, he didn't even have time to get his stuff together.
That. I agree.
Stephanie, any amazing questions come through?
Yeah, actually, we had a few people asking, including Jeff, who's in our audience. They wanted to know how Chase got involved in animation and where his inspiration of style came from.
Oh man, that's a complex question. I think that it's an amalgamation of everything I've looked at over my years, which was pretty much Marvel Comics, Wizard Magazine, which is a huge thing, which kind of introduced me to everything, including what the comic book contemporary, the main guys, the contemporaries of that era that I looked up to. So I think that it was that, and but mainly, I did comics. I've been working professionally since I was 19, man, and what I realized when I was in comic books was that I wasn't able to illustrate the things that influenced me content-wise. So what I started to do was I started to draw the things that made me happy. And then the rest is history. I got the job, and then I've been rolling ever since then, man. So,
Definitely great question. We got another one?
There is one. DC is always good at cartoons. They said, what's everyone's favorite DC cartoon?
Ooh.
DC
cartoon, I answer that real quick, yo. Bruce Timm's original Batman the Animated Series in the 90s, man. Leaps and bounds beyond anything that I've ever experienced in terms of influence. I mean, I think now he still works at Warner. That's how trill that is. He's still a huge voice over there, and every single person in that production, staff, all the way down, has been influenced by the things that he's done. I can't say anything less than that.
Yeah, that and Brave and the Bold.
That was awesome.
That was fun. Yeah, I like, if we're talking DC, I personally, the most recent DC animation that I thought blew me away was we were talking about The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight Returns, that two-part adaptation of the comic book series. They really put a lot of love into that. So they're very faithful, very well animated, because like a lot of those DC movies are like, they're not all that. They like skimp on the budget. This one they didn't. And Jay Oliver, I want to give a shout out to him. He did a great job directing that.
If we're talking about DC animated movies, Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker.
Yo, that was awesome. I forgot about that, man.
Yeah.
Right?
So dark, so good.
Return of the Joker is amazing, and Mask of the Phantasm. Because if you're talking about the series, then those movies were also just next level every time they released.
It's just leveled up. But I consider that part of that.
That's part of it. Yeah.
But even Batman Beyond, that's still like it's from that Bruce Timm tree. It's just it's just in the future.
Yeah, a tree that keeps on giving.
Yo, keeps on giving, man.
Right.
They're gonna keep going.
What was the one with the little thing that was in a bat suit, like Batmite? That I'm going with Batmite.
How about you, Jenna?
Oh no, Brave and the Bold.
Oh, Brave and the Bold.
Yeah.
All right, so that's it. Those are the questions. You're gonna have to come back October 20th. For our next episode of Comikaze All Year Long. We're going to have a lot of other guests. You're going to see these people here at Comikaze. If you go October 30th to November 1st at the LA Convention Center, get your tickets online for Comikaze and say hi to all these people here and interact with everybody. It's a lot of fun.